Hey there, bestie. I'm Gloria your What to Read Next podcast host. Join me as we dive into exciting new reads that'll have you reaching for your TBR pile in no time. From perfect mysteries to spicy romances, we'll explore it all and help you find your next favorite book. So grab a cup of tea, cozy it up, and let's discover some amazing reads together. Welcome to the What Your Next podcast. In this episode, we're sharing part of our live recording from a Novel Nights live show episode that we met and talk about magical realism. If you want to listen to the full episode where we feature classical magical realism books recommendations as well as women's fiction book recommendations, you can go to the YouTube channel What Your Next blog for a live show. In this episode, we're going to talk about cozy rom-coms that feature magical realism. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider leave a rate or review or subscribe. Thank you so much for listening, and let's get to book recommendations.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Novel Nights. We're talking about magical realism books. I'll be doing some women's fiction-y books. Laura, what kind of books are you sharing today for magical realism?
So far as rom-com.
Listen, Laura always gives us the feel-good books. I have to tell you all, I'm always looking forward to Laura because she gives us those cozy, feel-good recommendations. I'm really excited to hear what she's sharing.
So today I'm going to talk about rom-coms. They're low angsty, they're a little bit emotional, but not too emotional. They're perfect fuzzy read. So we're going to do some time traveling. We got some TV shows that we get to enjoy, and we get some radical shots. So the first book is The 7 Year Slip by Ashley Poston. She has been a writing author for some time, but she partly released adult rom-coms about 3 years ago. And so her books tend to touch upon a magical realism. I'm going to share my two favorites, but there's a ghost story if you want that. But this one, The 7 Year Slip, is a magical apartment. So there's a woman Reed. Heroine is an overworked publicist, and she's just unhappy. She's just trying to figure out what she wants for her life. All team her aunt's apartment, and there's something about the apartment that's magical. Well, it turns out the apartment time travels. So she's like going to one place, and then one day there's a stranger in her house, and it turns out that her aunt's house has been traveling, has been going on her life, and she decided to sublet the apartment to this guy. And so they're kind of like mixing together, like the apartment just became magical. So it turns out the people from previous tenants to each other, leave notes and stuff. There's a romance between the guy and her, but they're in different timelines. So when are they gonna meet? How's it gonna work? You just have to keep reading and finding out. And it's just really good. It's a love letter to New York. It's a love letter to the world and to the idea of traveling. And the idea of exploring your life now and just what you're sharing and trying to overcome elements of being connected and stuff. It helps you kind of like go through the emotions along, but it's just magical. And it's 7 years, so. And it's actually good to get realism based. So that's the 7 years late. The second book is a novel love story, which is also Ashley Poison's that was this last year's release. And this one, so she is I think she's a college professor, and she's writing right now. She always looks forward to reading with her friends about this like series that they're like obsessed with. They are online friends, and they tend to meet once a year in the cabin in the Catskills, and they're just read and enjoy. And the series that she's writing has a name. Like didn't end. There was like no ending because the author dies. Also, there's like no ending. There's no resolution. It's just unfortunately on the process away, and story ends with her. And so she ended up, everyone in the family in the retreat. And so she ended up driving in the snowbank and somehow stumbles upon this hotel that the story that she's obsessed with is that. And all the characters in the story are living in this town. And she's stuck in this town because it's a snowstorm. She's like her car's not working, and she's very it comes to the car, and they need to get a part. What to wait for the part? It's a good bitch car. It's an old car. And so she ended up going to the store, doing a look to this town, and then interacting with these people. And so all the story started to shift because of the way this new interacting. And so she connects with the bookstore owner, and we don't know his story, but he's grumpy and he was never in the story, but he was sold on the story. So you just trying to figure out the logistics. I know it doesn't make sense. I know it doesn't make sense in the end, like how the result gonna work out, but it always does. So that's the thing about sleep books. There's something to be said that the hook is so high, but the more is so good. So this is a double love story. So if you like romance, if you like rom-coms, this is like really like a love story to women. And so it's a really good one for if you're a reader. There's like Easter eggs about other books and not just her books, but other books in the space of women. So that's a novel love story. Now we're going to move into some magical realism and time travel. So the subtle twist here of Melissa Leisner is basically she figured down her life. She lost her job, her ruined her home, her boyfriend, in one disastrous year. And she goes to see a fortune teller who grants her wish. So she wakes up on January 1st, which is a year of she wakes up on January 1st of the previous year. So she goes back 1 year, her girls 1 year back, and then she realizes she has to kind of like uncover and redo her year. And so this is a process of like what decisions you make and those little things you do that are going to shift the year forward. And it's going to hopefully avoid the mishap of losing your boyfriend, your phone, your dog, and everything else. And you fix the problems before the problem. And so there's a Froggy's best friend. She actually shares me close from data. And it sets her on the path of rewriting her whole story all over again. So it's just a fun thing. It's a fun New Year's. I think if we're still in January, although it feels like January feels like months fall. Early January, it's like a fun New Year's book to read. There's all the radicalism, there's the romance, it will end. It's just fun. Just play. I do have an interview with Melissa because she does write magical realism. So there's actually her follow-up book actually also has magical realism elements. So it's probably fun. But if you want to hear the backstory about these stories, you can check out her interview on What to Be podcast. The next one is Direct String Theory by Romcoms. So this one is we're dealing with Chinese mythology, so it's really fun to take on. So Li Yao is an artist inspired by Chinese legend, the Red String fate that will tie together with fate. And so she actually meets Jack, and they go on a magical day. But the problem is that Jack doesn't believe in love. And so every time they're meant to be together, but every time that's all, it just takes that away from her. So her job is Jack to make him believe in love. So it just kind of like this like play that like destiny, are you meant to get me together? Are you not? And then like and relationship you really love. And so it's just like it's inspiring for Chinese mythology as well as like the love story element and just connecting with this idea. Am I meant to be with someone? This is the first time we're allowed to go to New Year, so this is a perfect book to read. So if you're looking for recommendations, I think this book, and Lauren has a couple of books. She has one in her book. It's about Twinning Zodiac and matchmaking, which is really fun. So I really love her books, and she has a new book coming out this year. So you got more than enough to read. I forgot. We are, next one. Okay, sorry. I had William and Max together. So the next one is Pride Time Moments by Kate Watt. This one is basically, imagine when this is millennial love, teenage soap opera. So think about yourself and you just absolutely love Gossip Street. Well, you're Gossip Street, and this pretty much similar to this. Oh, you just look at the ending, which I did, but did not like that ending. And you want to rewrite the ending, and so the ending. So basically, our heroine is divorced. She's living with like a roommate, like a random roommate, and somehow both her and her roommate end up in this town. They're tennis game. They have to figure out all the characters from all the characters from the TV show are there, and they're just like we're just acting. They're older. They're not in teenage years or like here in parodies, and they're all acting like kind of similar or different. And she writes herself like she has to rewrite the ending of the story. She has to rewrite the whole thing and try to figure out. And in her world, she's playing the main character of the story. And she has to, in her world, in her idea, she wants to end up with someone. But there's a little bit of luck triangle. So there's somebody else who might be interested. And so it's this whole process. And then her and the roommate are basically joining this town and acting as it because they cannot leave this town until this all getting resolved. So it's fun. I think she writes fan fiction, but this is like a fan fiction person who just like basically got to rewrite the story. I listened to the audio. It's an excellent audio to listen to. If you love Dawson's Creek, Folk Study, any W shows, this book was for you. So this is just like here's 2000 teenage dramas and we just seem to love and hate the endings for. So that's Parental Ruins by Kate Webb. Kate also has another book, This Spells Love. That's another magical realism. So the final book that I want to sparkle is Sage and Brew by Celestine Martin. So this is a magical trap. So this trap actually has magical abilities that look good. And fortunately, her magical abilities went away. And so her primary friend, the love interest, has to go and find this chocolate, this cookbook to help her restore her magical abilities. This is a cozy fall romance. There's this first series where you can read them as standalone. So it's just like fun just to imagine. So if you like somebody with a story and you would like to have some magical chops on the having this review to use with your feelings or your thoughts and your ideas and intentions, this book is for you. So that's Deja Brew by Celestine Martin.
Technology. Anyway, we are back. I love those picks. I'm here for teenage drama and super angsty kind of reads. So that prime time, was it? Prime time? Yeah, that.
But now the most important question is, were you a Pacey or a Dawson girl?
I'm a Pacey.
We can continue being friends.
So annoying. I know, I'm well, Victoria.
I'm like, okay, here comes the real test to our friendship.
Well, talked about Dawson's Creek. So Dawson's Creek aired in January in 1998. So I listened to the J. Crew story, the Mr. J. Crew, which is a fascinating book to read. They actually talk about the catalog. They're like, these are no kids. We're just going to do here like the typical J. Crew book. So we just got them to just do this catalog for us. And then the show exploded. And you're like, oh my gosh, it's like Dawson's Creek. Like, Dawson's Creek. It's like the original press club, like co-sponsor show. Like, you just show up in the catalog. Like, oh my God. Now you can buy this catalog on eBay. And they're actually
Oh my God.
Well, if you are watching live and you have a side in Dawson Creek, like, let us know in the chat, okay? I haven't watched it, so I know nothing. Like, I plead ignorant because
Also, that Deja Vu sounds so much like Simply Irresistible. So I would say read that and then watch that because she also loses her powers. In the I thought that let's put those two together.
I want some Blue Irresistible. I'm all about that as well.
It's so good.
Surprised. No, we're not. So I watched Blue Irresistible. I watched it multiple times whenever it was on the air. I was like, oh yeah, and like you cry, and the food makes people cry, and you laugh, and people like laugh, and I was like, oh, amazing. But you know what? It's true. If you use love to plans or use love to be, dollar. That is true. Friends, because Ross don't help himself, and you're just help with this.
True.
Just he's true.
True. Can't fight that one there.
Thanks for joining me on this episode of the What to Read Next podcast. If you enjoy our bookish conversations and want more recommendations, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Also, head on over to the What to Read Next blog for a list of books mentioned in today's show. Happy reading.